So here's the deal. You have Kamala Harris, and she was throughout her entire political life a very proud Indian woman. And that makes sense because in case you didn't know this, Kamala Harris, despite being some percentage of Black, her father is not fully Black, her mother is fully Indian. She grew up with just her mother because her parents divorced when she was either 4 or 7, when she was very young. You know, she wouldn't have quite memory of her father. That's why she doesn't speak about her Black father. So
Candace Owens is calling out the Blackness of Kamala Harris. And this is a discussion that we do need to have about, you know, these lies, these borderline personality identity politics of the left. Then they get mad when you call it out and you talk about DEI. So they get mad. Again, I don't get involved with the left-right talk. I get involved with more of the truth fake talk. So, you know, but Candace Owens is calling out this theater here. And so let's go ahead and get into it. Candace is basically saying that Kamala is not Black enough.
It is an absolute absurdity to suggest that Kamala Harris grew up in an environment where she was being impacted by Black culture. I'll show you a couple of pictures of her, by the way, growing up. There she is. This is her as an adult, obviously, with her mother, and perhaps, I'm guessing, her sister, not entirely sure. Here is another photo of Kamala Harris with her mother, and her mother looks very Indian to me. Her mother looks...
This is a shame. She's a cute little girl.
Like Princess Jasmine, exactly like Princess Jasmine's hairstyle, right? Here she is. Yep, traditional Indian upbringing that Kamala Harris had. And I want to be clear, Kamala Harris, like I said, loved being an Indian woman because it helped her when she was running for various positions. And when she became a senator, she got to applaud the fact that she was the first Indian American. She was so proud of her heritage. As an Indian her entire life. I'm just going to jog your memory by showing you just a couple of clips of how the news covered her, because this is how she was running. Take a listen.
Before we take a listen, guys, she is right. She's going to show us this clip, this footage. She's right. I remember this. I mean, my best friend remembered this. I remember asking my best friend, like, oh, you know, I was like, Joe Biden picked Kamala Harris. Like, how do you feel about this? This was a long time ago, you know, when all of this was happening. And she was like, yeah, but I thought she was an Indian woman. Yeah, because she was proud about being Indian. And all of a sudden now she's a Black woman. Like, that's why this theater is ridiculous. And it's almost, like I said, psychotic. It's borderline. The identity politics is almost a symptom of some sort of borderline personality disorder. Just be yourself. Be Kamala Harris.
California's Kamala Harris is the first Indian American U.S. senator.
And California's Attorney General Kamala Harris has scripted history as she won the U.S. Senate seat from the state, becoming the first Indian American to achieve this feat.
And certainly you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Not good.
I think she was speaking a different language. She was very excited. Anyways, that was Kamala Harris before she found out that she had to go Black. She had to go Black. And that is what has to happen if you want to...
You guys, if you guys like these episodes that I'm making, yes, I'm kind of moving the needle a little bit. Still talking about conservative issues. Still talking about it all. Inconvenient truth. That's what it always is on this channel. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to hit the notification bell. But these kind of things, really, we need to talk about them. We need to talk about all things happening in this country, the cultural aspect, the takeover, the indoctrination. You know, I did a video about the Olympics and what was going on with that, with the degeneracy, with, again, the trans ideology, with what's taken over. It's just disgusting. And again, these kind of things with the borderline identity politics that Americans, this is not going to help us, okay? We are almost about to go to war. How in the world is this going to help us? How? If she is Black or Indian?
Secure the Black vote and you're a Democratic candidate, they're not even updating the manuscript. I respect it. They are like, okay, what do we do every 4 years? They're like, okay, first find a Black person that dies in the hand of police. Got it. Done. Talk about police brutality. Got it. Done. Who we got? We got Sonia Massey. Okay, we're going to start talking about her. Get them all fired up. Let's do some headlines against Black conservatives. Go after Candace Owens. Okay, great. Get it done. What's next? We need you to just go Black. Can you do that? yes, what do I have to do to be Black? Well, you got to find some rappers to say, like, you know, you're Black, because that's how you become Black, by the way. Apparently, you just have to have a couple of rappers shout you out in the right way, because, you know, Eminem shouted me out in the other way. The rappers, I guess, are doing the check now of who's allowed to be Black and who's not allowed to be Black. And so it makes perfect sense since Joe Biden, I know she probably wanted to call Cardi B, but, you know, they were like, oh, we already used Cardi B in 2020 to get Joe Biden elected. And then Joe Biden didn't speak about Cardi B for 4 years, definitely didn't hit her up, call her for any advice.
She's literally calling out the clown show, the comedy that has become politics. Why don't you just talk to the people about the policies that you hold and how they're going to help them? But instead, we have to put on a performance. She's breaking it down perfectly. She's absolutely right. It is the same thing all the time. And so as she breaks it down, we're going to see which rapper they picked.
It might be too hot right now. If we hit her back up, let's try somebody similar to her or someone that she's friends with. Megan Thee Stallion. And you know that she was like, who is Megan the Stallion? What is that? Like at the Kentucky Derby? We're voting on a horse? No. Megan Thee Stallion. She's like one half of the hip hop WAP duo. And she's like, okay, look, whatever, get her on the phone. And they said, Megan, the White House is calling and we have a woman who's now Black. So no Black experiences. Definitely wasn't getting her head popped by the brush like the rest of us were. She has no idea what that means. She doesn't even get that. So we're talking about moving your head, is getting hit by a brush. But she's going to lean into this, and we need you to get on stage and just twerk, because that's what you Black people like, right? And Megan Thee Stallion answered the call. Here she is, guys. On.
And before we see Megan's twerk, so it's hilarious because, you know, for a long time, this conversation is so crazy, right? I thought Candace Owens was Jamaican. I don't know why I thought that. Whatever. I'm of Haitian heritage, right? This is such a ridiculous conversation. Pop by the brush. I actually I would not have understood that reference, right? I don't pretend to know everything about Black American like history and customs and, you know, things like that, right? Because we all have our ways that we do things. But I learn as I go. I have my friends, whatever, right? Like, you know, they learn Haitian things and, you know, whatever. But Kamala Harris says that she grew up celebrating Kwanzaa. Like, that's a freaking lie, chick. Like, you were Indian. Why were you celebrating Kwanzaa? Black Americans don't even celebrate Kwanzaa. So these are the lies that I'm talking about. And what, for votes? You know, Kamala Harris put on Timberlands for votes. And it was so embarrassing. It was just so embarrassing. That's all it takes for Black people to vote. It's for somebody to put on Timberlands. And now you're going to vote for them. But here's what happened at the rally. Here we go. Here's Megan Thee Stallion.
Stay shaking her booty for Kamala Harris.
Everybody in the crowd to make some noise for Miss Harris.
Oh, I'm just going to doing that. I think all Black people will watch this podcast if I just start shaking my butt. I'm going to start shaking my butt. That'll get people to listen to me. Obviously. Oh, now we know you Black. Because I saw Candace, she was working on her podcast, and now I know for sure that she is Black. And here is what's amazing. And there are some Black people that are calling this out for the code switch, but it is the round of applause that she is getting as she tells these horrific jokes. So just to jog your memory, let's not forget what she said at BET, but the BET Awards when she did this awful cringe-inducing skit that I should be able to sue her for. I cringed so hard to be able to sue her. But here's what she said at the end of that skit. Take a listen.
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets.
Oh, yeah, girl, she out here in these streets.
Oh, God, it is disgusting. She has every right to go and sound off about Kamala Harris's ridiculous performance, this caricature, this clown show, this what is it? A minstrel of Black people. I'm out here in these streets, girl. Yeah. And you know, man, we twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. And while last night, right, everybody was twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. Joe Biden, I don't know. I don't even know where he is. He just said, forget it. I'm out of here. Right. You know what? Kudos to him. Israel sent, you know, some sort of assassination attempt in Iran that is now putting us in a World War III type of position. Right. But the leaders of the free world, right? We're either sleeping after having milk and cookies or twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. We have become a clown show in this country. We need to wake up to what's going on because this is ridiculous. And the American people deserve much better than what they've been getting, period. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.